As the sun set over the Southampton dock and the land withdrew into darkness, a small discreet house party, jubilant atmosphere and admirable boozing was in full swing. I was graciously invited to partake in merriment of the highest order. We drank, we smoked, we talked, and it was fabulous. One lady caught my eye quite consistently and made my shy and observant manner titillate with excitement at the prospect of making her acquaintance. A charming smile, a curvaceous body, and tight but not too revealing clothing. She was, in a word, exquisite. In 2 words, fucking exquisite. I couldn't bring myself to talk to her, not as yet. I decided to seek out my hosts. I found them very soon in a bedroom. 3 of them sat around in adequate comfort and excellent company. 3 of my most hardened friends. A metalhead, an anarchist, and a guy from Stockport. Before too long, the anarchist removed from his pocket a pouch of whitish powder and proceeded to make fine lines upon a DVD case of Phoenix Nights. They each took their turn, and finally myself. At this time, I had not partaken of this experience before. I have since, but not before this. The initial shock was quite repugnant, but soon settled into a mild intoxication. It was in that moment that the metalhead handed me a full but untied balloon. Careful not to release the gas inside, I raised it to my lips, and inhaled, and exhaled, and inhaled, and exhaled, and inhaled, until suddenly it induced some vibrational force of euphoric pleasure. The only way I can describe it would be like a ping pong ball. You know, sometimes when you play ping pong, the ball sort of goes askew and then it bounces in place somewhere, and it bounces shorter and shorter and shorter still, until for a moment it's just a hazy vibrating ping pong ball. I felt like that. May I address you directly? I don't wish to alarm you, I merely ask you a question. Do you feel that it is fair for an individual to be held accountable for their actions whilst off their tits on ecstasy? Thank you very much, my dear. I skipped about the party in high spirits. Handing out lollipops that did not belong to me. The mystery girl appeared before me with intense power in her eyes. I couldn't move. She leaned forward and whispered in my ear, "Fuck me as if I owned you." I stared her right back in the face and said, "I need you like a slut needs a cunt." All the flowers on the wallpaper morphed into lips and chanted together, "Get in there, moi son! Get in there!" We took each other by the hand as all details of the room smeared from vision and colours dominated us in a force field of gel. Huge jets of blood arced over us in graceful harmony, as if ejaculated by the god of large penises. Massive claws of colour enveloped us both and then ripped us apart. She disappeared as if curtains descended around her. A grave opened up in the earth before me, luring me in with the aroma of Yorkshire puddings. But there were no Yorkshire puddings. When I awoke from these illusions, I was standing in the garden, leaning against the wall upon my forehead. I'd been there for 15 minutes, alone. She never approached me, and I never saw her again. I couldn't feel any more worthless in an Oxfam window. Who did I say I need you like a slut needs a cunt to? Who would like to know a secret about my actor?
Yeah.
Yes. When he was born, He weighed 10 pounds 7 ounces. That is huge. The hospital gets about 3 of those a year. Most dogs don't reach that weight. He was so big that his poor mother couldn't push him out herself. And so the doctor got some forceps and dragged him out by his head. And just look what happened. Anyway, in the garden. As dreadful as I felt in that moment, I don't regret the experience, and I'll tell you why, because in those times of life when our minds are at their most bleak, when our hearts are choked and our souls crushed, aren't those the times we are most human? Yes. Thank you for sharing in my humanity this evening.